guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sihle, and on this channel we are going to be talking everything books, self-help, personal development, and everything and anything in line with that. So you know the drill. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, and please subscribe. Okay, so as you guys can see by the title down below, today we are talking about procrastination. And I don't know, man, I struggle a lot with procrastination. Okay, like you I'm probably like the worst procrastinator I know. Actually, how this idea of creating this video came along was I was chilling and I was supposed to be doing an assignment, and instead of working I was just like like anyone that procrastinates, I got up and went on YouTube and I was like, hi man, actually I've read a lot of books, I've listened to quite a number of podcasts, or like read like people's blogs and stuff like that where they speak procrastination, but most of them just speak about procrastination in a sense of how to deal with it, but not necessarily what procrastination is. And I thought, maybe just if I understood what exactly procrastination is, I'd have a different approach or a different feel to it. So I decided to look up, why do we procrastinate and what is procrastination and exactly. So I obviously went and did my a bit of research, and here's what I found. So neuropsychologists describe procrastination to be a failure of executive function on how you plan ahead or prioritize things, and they just say it is more than laziness or poor time management, but yeah, it just goes beyond that. And then social psychologists say that is a problem related to emotional regulation or trying to avoid bad feelings like stress. And then evolutional psychologists think it could be partly genetic. And yeah, so well, when I was reading up, evolutional psychologists think it's partly genetic because obviously all that I'm about to say is bound or up for debate, and I would love for us to actually bounce back ideas and tell me what you guys think. But they say that back in the day, we as the human species didn't need to think for the future or do things for the future, because back then the main mandate was just survival. So most of the things that happened back then were mainly just survival, so you just needed to think for the now. And I mean, with procrastination, that's what normally happens. You're just thinking, okay, right now I need to relax, and right now I need to nap. Get what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's the sort of direction they were looking at. And then social psychologists say that it's obviously you trying to avoid bad feelings like stress. So for example, say you need to do a practical subject like math or programming, you already know you anticipate the frustration that comes with doing that work. There's a sum that you're probably gonna come across that's gonna stress the living hell out of you, so you just try to avoid feelings like that. And mostly we're just doing work that you need. Anything that requires you to use your actual mental strength is draining, and hence a lot of people actually do procrastinate. So I'm gonna tell you guys about this study they did on students in the University of Colorado. What they did is they took students, right, and they took students from different sampling of students. Some students were chronic procrastinators, and others were obviously would procrastinate but are most likely to do work. Picture yourself, and then picture a stranger, and then picture yourself in the present, picture a stranger, and then picture the future you. They did that on both samples of students, and they found that the students that are less likely to procrastinate, the same pattern that picked up when they thought about the present self is the same pattern that picked up when they thought about the future self. And with students that procrastinated a lot, they found that they think of themselves now and when they picture their future self is the same pattern that picked up when they thought about a stranger. So that was a mouthful, but basically what they were trying to get is the reason why people procrastinate now is because they don't think of future them as the same person who's going to suffer the consequences of what they're doing today. So you probably detach yourself from the future. You like, that person's going to suffer. Me, currently, right now, as I sit right here, I finna nap. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to nap. With the neuropsychologist, they say that it's a failure of executive function. So what the executive function basically is, it is a skill set that allows you to plan, prioritize, and carry out tasks, which is obviously very different from procrastination. Because with procrastination, you like, I know I need to do something, but I'm not gonna do it now, because right now I'd rather do my laundry. So you basically give into the feel-good feeling. So if you're an avid video gamer, or you would rather scroll through social media than actually get your work done. But there was also another video, I don't know if it was a video or something that I watched, but I remember the person that was speaking was actually saying that procrastination is a byproduct of something. So if you're actually prone to procrastination, I think they were speaking in line with business and things that you're supposed to do, but they just say find the root cause. So for example, if you want to start a YouTube channel but you find yourself procrastinating it, it's more times than not necessarily that you're procrastinating it, but you're being held back by fear, or you don't know how people are going to receive you, and that then translates into you actually procrastinating the things that you want to do. So most of the time it is a byproduct of what you don't want to feel like in future, and it isn't always necessarily that you really don't want to do the work that you're supposed to be doing. And I don't know if you guys know about Dr. Joe Dispenza, but he is a neuropsychologist who works with the brain, and he basically teaches people how to overcome what, okay, I'm just gonna like briefly explain what the work that he basically does. So what he does is he teaches people how to unlearn what they taught their bodies. So the patterns that you end up not being in control with your mind, but your body ends up being controlled because it knows that you have a pattern. So in a day you most probably like wake up, shower, eat, go to wherever you need to go, come back, watch TV, sleep, and in the midst of that you're going through social media. So there's nothing that you've done differently to trigger your brain for changes. So that pattern, he says that by the time you're 35, 75% of the things that you do are actually a program pattern in your body or in your system, as opposed to you thinking and actively making a choice to do something differently. So I'm currently trying to build habits around how to overcome procrastination, because it isn't necessarily like there's no universal way to actually overcome procrastination. We need to actually find a way that will help you deal. So maybe once I've like gathered my habits and they are all in the right space, I will share with you guys what I do to overcome procrastination and how I deal with it. But for now, we have come to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.